Chairman Benny Thompson, hooray. One more, Chairman Thompson on the January 6th committee, where we are.
Have you heard anything from the Trump legal team?
No. All we've heard is from the president's statements. But everybody that I know saw what happened on January 6th. So clearly that's not who we are as Americans. If former President Trump thinks he can get away with what happened on January 6th by being cute with his press releases, then he has another thing coming.
Can I just say, Frangela, the little slivers of light I see so far in the justice is there was a judge that has just ordered Trump to give a videotaped deposition. This is the one that, remember, outside Trump Tower, there was a Trump rally. A group of Mexican protesters say they were assaulted. A judge in the Bronx just ordered Trump to sit for a videotaped deposition. The lawsuit alleges Trump's anti-immigrant rhetoric encouraged violence. No kidding. But October 18th, and then also Summer Zervos. So it's already starting to happen that you bitch, you ain't in the Oval Office anymore, and you are going to sit your ass for these depositions. So let's hope that this continues on up until the January 6th committee, which is the most important in the overthrow of the United States government being the most serious charge he is accused of, right?
Yes, call him out for all of the corruption. For some reason, we didn't want to charge him with it. We couldn't, and we haven't been able to. We've tried and tried and tried. But, the reality is that I'm sure there are hundreds of cases that people could bring that are literal, legitimate cases against this man.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And I mean, we're just used to watching him get away with all of it. But he can't. My point, Chris, is he can't keep getting away with. Travis, he can't keep getting away with this.
No, he can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with it.
Here's another happy clappy thought. He can only get super crappy lawyers. The headline is top lawyers won't touch Donald Trump with a 1,000-foot pole as his legal crises escalate. A lot of them afraid of not getting paid, and also his previous lawyers have suffered reputational. I would say destruction of their reputation.
But they can still put the star on the Christmas tree.
Right. Oh, in Sidney Powell's case, yes. Okay.
Looky what he can do.
Right. They said, one lawyer said it's not a 10-foot pole, it's a 1,000-foot pole. So that's good news, right? He has crappy lawyers because he won't pay them. And right.
He doesn't need any kind of lawyer, crappy or not, if we don't start doing something about it. That's the reality. He's had crappy lawyer. He's had Rudy Giuliani the whole time. Yeah. And it's hard to get more craptastic than that.
Yes. I hate to, again, I hate to keep bringing up. However, more and more people are saying we learn from history what we don't learn from history, that he had a failed coup that he was not really punished for, and then he came back and he was successful. Someone made the analogy of what do you call it, Al-Qaeda. They hit I lived in New York then. They hit the World Trade Center, and it wasn't very effective. It was a truck thing or whatever. Guess what? They regrouped and came back, right? I mean, it's just, this is what, okay. Don't you feel like when you watch...
learn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fat meat is greasy.
Thank you, Francis. That was my point. Okay. You cannot wax this pony twice.
There you go. So you know.
Okay. All right. One last, Chairman Thompson, on January 6th.
Our committee, the bipartisan committee, takes our work very seriously, and we will pursue it. And so his attempt to deflect our work will not work. We will continue. We'll be deliberate in how we do it. But I assure the public that at the end of the day, the committee expect full cooperation from everyone that we subpoena.
I said earlier, why are they the only ones that have other flags?
Sorry.
Wow. They have other flags, the Confederate flag, the Tea Party flag, a Trump flag, right?
Yep. Yeah, and swear your fealty. What about this is American? What about that? Swearing your fealty to that flag. Because that is now your country. That is now their leader. We have a real serious problem.
Oh yeah.
Happening right now, and we're letting it happen.
Let them have it. Let them be their own country. I feel like the experiment is over, and the reality is we can't get along. We have irreconcilable differences. It's time for us to consciously decohabitate with that part of the country.
It's time for us to throw their stuff on the lawn and light it on fire.
That's what I'm saying. And I think California should close. We should refuse to take any of this stuff off our ships on our ports, the 40% of the shipping that this state gets to the rest of the country till they get rid of the filibuster. How you like me now?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know why? Because we are not boo-boo the fool up in here. Angela V. Shelton of the Detroit Sheltons is going no rings, no shoes.
Take them off right now.
All right. Yes, Francis. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but that's where we are. Let's get her done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't read any more of these stories about how the two white people are stopping the entire country from having anything, from infrastructure to voting rights to, you name it, immigration reform. It's just, and stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
About a majority.
Right. Yes, exactly. All right. Give me another Adam Schiff just to cleanse our palate. Okay. Chairman Schiff.
Yes, I consider anyone who voted to overturn the election results and continues to propagate the president's big lie to be an insurrectionist in suit and tie.
Thank you.
And as a member of this committee, I have to acknowledge we may have another violent attack on the Capitol, given the president is still pushing out this lie. But that will fail like the last one did. Where they could succeed is in these efforts around the country to pass these laws to take away power from independent elections officials and give them over to partisans. And that is a real and present danger to our democracy.
Yeah, a Republican state lawmaker in Idaho is accused of inciting violence against journalists and others by posting a meme of Trump holding a barbed wire wrapped bat, the Walking Dead meme. Okay.
Lucille.
Pardon me?
Lucille was the name of that.
Right,
bat.
a barbed wire wrapped baseball bat. It feels like the country is on slow boil. So Democratic leaders are now flouting a $2.5 trillion spending framework, yada, yada. Manchin has floated a $1.5 trillion top line number. Sinema refuses, of course, to disclose, but she's reportedly comfortable with a figure under $2 trillion. While Manchin is open to the proposed revenue raisers, he said he not only wants the bill fully paid for, he wants to pay down some of the nation's debt. Oh, so he was fine with the $8 trillion that Donald Trump just ran up, but okay. Meanwhile, Sinema doesn't even support some of the party's proposed ways of raising revenue, even those Manchin is fine with. Drug pricing reform is one potentially major hurdle. Sinema has reportedly aligned with pharmaceutical groups in opposing Democrats' plan to allow Medicare to negotiate drug prices, a massively popular proposal that could stand to bring in hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue. Similarly, Manchin appears much closer than the rest of the Democratic Party when it comes to taxing corporations, while Sinema is opposed. Meanwhile, Manchin, who has close ties to the coal industry, is much more reluctant to address carbon pollution than Sinema is. But until Sinema and Manchin make clear what they will support... Okay.
No.
Okay.
I just want to announce that Francis and I have discussed it, and we are comfortable with receiving under $2 trillion from people too. We are comfortable with that number.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even know what negotiating drug price. That's like 90% approval rating across the country, isn't it? What's the matter?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No, it doesn't. In fact, the only people who don't like it are the pharmaceutical companies, I think. And the reality is, if we pay Kristen Sinema as much as she's getting from them, will she like $1 more? Will she then do the right thing? I'm just trying to figure out how do we do that.
And that's my question is like, who has bought them and what can we do to buy them more? That's
so we get them out of office. Let's just, because that's what's motivating them.
Yeah. Well, we were saying there, I mean, every challenger is ahead of Kristen Sinema in a fictional primary, not fictional, but whatever,
think we're
primary.
beating her.
Is ahead by a ton. She has 70% disapproval rating. So, apparently you can't. It sounds to me like she's not going to run again.